From a bunch of streamers discovering indents on the top of their heads, to the scary long-term effects of constant headphone use in gaming, this is what you need to know about the gamer head. Have you ever pulled an all-nighter with your friends playing Call of Duty and then took off your headphones? It's natural to run a hand through your hair, because they've been smashed down by the headband. But sometimes you notice something else. The surface of your skull suddenly curves down and then back up again, as if someone used a broom handle to forcefully press it down. That's what Twitch streamer Kurtoss discovered when he shaved his head for a charity livestream. After he ran a trimmer through the middle of his head, he was shocked to find a huge headband-shaped dent on it. The video clip went viral on social media, especially on Twitter. Dozens of other users shared videos and photos of their own headband-shaped skulls, and others said that they were gonna log off and go check on their own heads. It was a hilarious moment of solidarity between a bunch of streamers and fans, and some were even welcoming Kurtoss to the club as if it was a badge of honor. But what surprised him the most was discovering that a headphone's clamping force can directly affect the skin on your skull. He thought that the headband would only push down the hair and not do anything significant. It was after shaving that he realized that wearing headphones for a long time can affect the natural shape of your head. But there was a user who didn't agree with that. They said that it's not the headset that causes the problem. Instead, Kurtoss already had a dent on his head, and he simply discovered it after shaving it. Sounds like a simple explanation, but it's not. Yes, it's true that a headphone can't physically alter the shape of your skull. If you're born with a bumpy skull, well, that's how it'll be for the rest of your life. But that's not the case with Kurtoss. What really happened is that the headset's clamping force pushed the skin inward, causing the dent. Now, before you remove your headphones and start checking your head, I've got some good news. It's only temporary, and it can be fixed easily by massaging the area lightly. So, to the guy who said, "New fear unlocked," don't worry. Take your headphones off, massage your skin, and it'll be fine. Or a better way is to take a hot shower and let the skin return to normal, so you don't have to worry about the shape of your head being permanently changed. But this is an important PSA for how you select and buy your headphones. Next time you're shopping for new ones, make sure the clamping force isn't too high. Normally, you'd think that the tighter the headphone, the better the acoustic seal, right? Loose headphones ruin the experience. And if you move your head left or right, or back and forth, then they easily fall off. Having a good pair of headphones makes or breaks your gaming/streaming experience, but you need to make sure that they don't bite down on your head. The reason why Kurtoss and other streamers have indents on their heads is because of the clamping force. It squeezes your head really tight and causes discomfort in the long run. That's also why your ears hurt when you take your headsets off after hours of gaming. So, choose them wisely. Or go for a pair of sleek earbuds. I know they don't have a wide soundscape, but they're lightweight and offer a good listening experience. After watching Kurtoss's livestream, a bunch of fans suggested that he switch to earbuds instead. They say that ruining their hair and skin simply isn't worth the price. But there are plenty of enthusiasts who will always prefer open-backed over-the-ear headphones, whether they leave a dent or not. So it's not like sales are gonna drop or anything. In fact, true audiophiles will never switch to earbuds. The sound simply doesn't compare. For one thing, the soundscape. Open-backed headphones provide the best sound experience you could imagine. It sounds closer to room speakers than any other style of headphones. The bass is punchier, and the mids and highs are well balanced. But there's also a darker side to this discourse. While a few hours of headphone use won't change the shape of your head, it can lead to something more alarming. Experts say that if you use headphones for hours every day and listen to really loud music and sounds, it'll lead to permanent hearing loss. They also suggest that you should only wear your headsets for a maximum of 90 minutes at about 80% volume. That way, you'll reduce the risk of premature hearing loss. But it's gotten much worse after COVID forced everyone into their homes. When everyone was self-isolating, gamers and streamers spent more and more time wearing headphones or staring at their screens. The time everyone spent video gaming across the world increased by 39%. Now, the most obvious reason why this happened is because gamers felt that it helped their mental health, and also helped kill time while they were bored in their homes. But there's a very real risk of spending hours wearing headphones and sitting hunched in front of a monitor. The World Health Organization says that video game addiction is an official psychological disorder. Obviously, there's a ton of people who will tell you this isn't true, that gaming's a great way to reduce stress, increase concentration, and improve mental health. And they're not wrong. It's helped countless people break out of their shells and showcase their talent to the world. And it's helped them improve their coordination, reaction time, and even help them build lifelong friendships. On the flip side, there's Michael the Gamer Guy. If you haven't heard about him, then you're in luck, because he looks haunting. He's a 3D rendition of what a typical gamer could look like in 2040. He's got bloodshot eyes, blistered hands, bald patches, and a dent on his head where the hair used to be. Experts say that if you don't take care of yourself properly, you might end up looking like him in about 20 years. Before I tell you how you can avoid looking like him, let's take a deeper look at what Michael the Gamer Dude suffers from. In order to design him, researchers looked at data provided by the World Health Organization, the National Health Service, and National Geographic. The idea was simple. How would staying hunched in front of a monitor for hours per day affect your muscles, skin, and hair? First up is muscular stiffness. Sitting on a chair in uncomfortable positions for extended periods can hurt your shoulders. And over time, this leads to a repetitive strain injury. The same goes for your fingers and wrists. They'll get what's known as PlayStation thumb, which is worse than it sounds. If you use the PS controller repetitively for years, your thumbs blister from the excessive pressure and friction. And it gets worse. The skin around your thumb hardens and becomes leathery, and you'll face other symptoms like swelling and pain in the wrists and elbows. After that comes the hunchback and rounded shoulders. Let's face it, gamers don't have the best postures. No matter how hard they try, they'll always end up hunching over the controller and staring into the screen. This puts a lot of strain on your neck and shoulders, and slowly creates a bend there. If you don't get up, walk around, and stretch regularly, this could become a huge problem. But that's not the end of Michael's torment. Die-hard gamers like him don't get to see the sun a lot. They tend to stay indoors and focus on improving their skills. This sounds fun in the short term, but in the long run, it'll lead to hair loss, obesity, and skin-related issues like eczema. Getting a healthy dose of vitamin D is essential to life, and most of us get it from direct exposure to the sun. There's foods you can eat that will give you the recommended amount, but a lot of gamers don't have an ideal diet. They're tempted to eat quick, easy, high-calorie foods, which leads to obesity and other skin issues. So, what do you do if you want to avoid all of that while still enjoying gaming with your buds? Honestly, it's really simple, and you can implement it today. First, exercise and stretch regularly. If you find yourself sitting for hours, then get up and walk around the room. Maybe go outside and stand in the sun for a few minutes. Next, you're gonna need to prevent eye strain. Staring at a screen for hours strains your eyes and gives them a bloodshot look. So again, take a break and close your eyes for 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe put a slice of cucumber on it for a cooling effect. And the last thing you want to do is clean up your diet. Eat food that's high in protein, carbs, and fats, and don't forget to eat your greens. So, from the scary long-term effects of constant headphone use in gaming, to a bunch of streamers discovering indents on the top of their heads, that's what you needed to know about the gamer head.